With this video, I want to show you some free options. I want to show you some really low cost options, and then I want to touch on those more expensive teacher planners. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before and you don't know me, my name is Braylon. I'm a kindergarten through second grade special ed teacher. Don't get me wrong, the beautiful teacher planners that are so aesthetically pleasing, I love those. I'm a sucker for a good planner. I love stationery. But as a special ed teacher, only having like 6 boxes per day doesn't really make sense. Last year on my channel, when I talked about what I did in my previous classroom, I did use a book that had about 8 spots, and that was ideal. But this year coming up, I have a different demographic of kids, and I also have a lot of moving parts that are a bit different. So I've been trying to think of what's best. This is by no way trying to sell you something. This is trying to give you some ideas. From this conversation, you could then bounce off of this and make your own template, or you can combine 2 different ones together. So let's get started. We love free. The first is the free option, and that is just to use, Microsoft Word or Excel or Google Drive, whether that's docs or sheets or slides. I have been using those almost exclusively so far this year, as I've been kind of pacing everything out and starting to plan it in my head. You could even take the most popular type of teacher planner, the way they lay out their, their days and their subjects. You could recreate that in Google Drive, save it as a template, and use it again and again and again. You could use one of those Google Sheets per day. You could allocate, staff in their small group, what they're working on, what materials they need, the different students that they're gonna see at different times. You don't have to buy a planner. You could really do it all there. The con is that it just takes a lot of work up front. You have to create the system yourself. But that doesn't answer the question of special ed, okay, but those lesson planning templates of, the Monday through Friday, 6 subjects a day, that doesn't really apply to me. I want to talk to you about a couple options that I've found on Teachers Pay Teachers that are great. I'm going to link them down below, and none of them cost more than $5. You can use them again and again for your staff, for weekly lessons, and all of that. One that I love is by Exceptional Elementary, and it's multiple different lesson planning templates. You can have them in print version, and you can have them on Google Drive. What I like about them is that she got really creative with the different template options. So if you want to give lesson plans to your paraprofessionals or your teaching assistants every week, and you want to lay out what they're going to do Monday through Friday within their small group, making sure they know what activity they're doing, what materials they need, what skill they're trying to hit, how they're collecting data, then you can use one of those sheets that she has created and kind of put it all there, give all the description. So I want to show you how I use one of her templates. I find them to be so incredible, and I hope that you guys go check them out. Also on her Instagram, she's posted a few different videos and different stories about this product. And so before you buy it, look at the preview, look at her Instagram, and then just, decide for yourself. So one of my favorite ones is this weekly lesson plan, because in my mind, I think, okay, I can give my paraprofessional this whole plan and it'll tell her exactly what to do Monday through Friday, and she'll know I will always have this group of kids and this is the activity I do at this certain time every day. And I really like the security in that. I really like is that you can put what week it is, what the subject is, what the time is, and you can talk about the students you have. So if you have John and then Sally and Braylon all in one group, then that's pretty consistent. And then it goes Monday through Friday. So you get to decide what your objective is. So if it's reading, you know that they're working on phonics and they're going to work on that all week. the goal that they're trying to hit. You know, each of those kids probably has an IEP goal, and it's probably related to letter sounds. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday could be letter sounds, but Tuesday and Thursday could really focus on, you know, letter identification or something else. And I really like that. And then you can lay out what activity it is. And you could give as much detail as you want or as little detail as you want. And I think what's really cool about this is when it's on Google Drive, you can type in, you know, you can make your font smaller. You can make your font smaller or bigger, and you don't have to worry about like not being able to fit in the little box. And so your activity could be pretty long. You could label all the materials, and then you could also give a really good description of the directions. And like I've said, I really love when I can have a document printed out, because I like to give my paraprofessionals the entire plan of what we're doing for the whole week. The other option that I found is by the Bender Bunch, and she has some really cool lesson planning templates. They're only about, I think they're $3 or $4. There are a lot of options within that. That is definitely a template that you would want to use if you really, really want to give a lot of information in a planner. It's in depth. It's like you have to fill in a lot. But I would say if you're used to doing that and you really want your classroom to run smoothly, then I would say check it out. Look at the preview on Teachers Pay Teachers, see if it's something you'd be interested in. I want to add, there are some amazing planners on TPT that were made by teachers. They have all of the same elements as one of those other planners would have. The only difference is that you get to print it off yourself and kind of put it together. But that might really work for you, because you could put it in a binder, you could organize it yourself, you could leave space for your, you know, special ed specific lesson planning templates that you're going to use from another seller, and you can add everything into one binder and really have a nice cohesive lesson planner. Some of my favorite ones are from Teach, Create, Motivate. I did use that last year and I loved it. Mrs. Call's Campers has one that is beautiful. There are so many more. I would say do your research, take a look at a few of them, do the preview where you can see what the pages are going to look like. And if you feel like it doesn't fit your aesthetic or it doesn't fit your needs, then don't buy it. But I would rather buy a $9 TPT planner and realize that it doesn't work than a $50 planner and realize that it doesn't work. Now it's time to discuss these beautiful planners that all of these teachers are using. There are a lot of brands. There's, you know, Erin Condren, the Happy Planner, what am I forgetting? Plum Paper, For the Love of Pie, the Teaching Texan. There are so many, and they're all beautiful, and so they're stunning, and they're so exciting to get. When you get one, you just want to start filling out all of the pages. You know, you want to start planning out your classroom in the grid paper. You want to put in all your information and start organizing it, getting your stickers all set up. I love stationery. And if it's in your heart, like that you really, really want a teacher planner, then like go for it. I mean, if you want to shell out $50, do it. I would suggest practicing or doing like an example week of a lesson on one of the free templates that you can find on Teachers Pay Teachers before you go and buy a $50, $60 book. Everybody has their aesthetic preference. I definitely enjoy more minimal design. I don't know if planning companies will like ever really understand. You know, they're making teacher planners, and that's beautiful, but special ed teachers are like on a whole different planet. You guys know that I never try to push products. I only share things that are very, very important to me. And I think being organized, having a planner in place is something that makes you feel so good. It makes you feel like you're starting to become a real teacher. And no matter where we are in the fall, whether we're teaching distance or we're teaching in person, there's still gonna be an opportunity to plan and to have yourself all set up. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful for this amazing community that I have. You guys are so supportive and so creative. You're giving me amazing ideas in the comments all of the time. I'm writing things down. When you make a comment, I screenshot it so that I can remember for later. I am so unbelievably blessed. Thank you for watching and happy planning. Bye.